Hello and welcome to the Chamael Corp channel. I'm Chip. I'm not Chris, so sorry for those of you that were expecting Chris, but we are still working on the basement Starship build. So what we're going to talk about today is the wall. So as Chris has talked about in other videos, and I think I've been a part of some of those, the ship is really divided into two pieces. So we kind of have the command center, console, cockpit stuff on one side, and then kind of a lounge bar area here on the other. So where we're starting, and Chris talked about this in the last video, is kind of the space where we've got the bar area and some of the framing up for a, kind of a closet and some. But what we're going to talk about today is the actual wall that's going to divide the space. So we are looking at building the wall. So coming off of this is an outer wall in the basement. We're going to frame it up with 2x4s and come in here. And we were going to have an opening for, I believe it'll be a 28 to 32 inch door. We're still kind of playing with some of the dimensions, but we are currently estimating kind of what we're going to need for materials to build this. Because this wall is really going to be key to building stuff on this side of the wall will be the cockpit. So we're going to have a platform with a captain seat here. So that's going to be kind of built and framed off this wall. And the other piece we've talked about is the bench area or the seating area that we're going to have that will stretch between this bar area and the wall that we're going to be building. So we need to frame all this up so that we can actually start to build it all out. So what I've done too is we took our measurements, and it's probably hard to read. We're going to put this, I believe we're going to put this on the Patreon page, but not behind the paywall so that it can be for everybody. So what we got here is just a top-down view of the wall. So that big part is going to be 112 inches. There is another piece on the far wall that will come out 12 inches and leave a 28-inch opening. We may play with some of these dimensions and make that opening a little bit bigger. And then we've got kind of a side view of the wall framed up. So we're going to go 24-inch studs. Since it's not a load-bearing wall, it's really it's fairly decorative, if nothing else. But I mean, some stuff's going to come off of it, but it's not gonna, the house isn't going to come down if we do 24-inch instead of 16-inch stud lengths. And then we've got our opening for the door here. So, and based on my estimates, I hope I'm right, we are going to need 25.5 linear feet to do kind of the upper and lower boards, and then 58 linear feet to do the actual studs and the door framing. So all totaled out, we need roughly, I think 10.5 2x4s is what we estimated. I said we'll buy 12 because we found a couple of them warped, and we do have some that we're going to be able to sift through and reuse. So anyway, that is kind of the method to my madness here for the process. So we'll probably get started on that as the next build out, since we've already got the framing done on the bar and the closet. So the wall is really the next piece that we need to do in order to kind of finish this space out. So hit the bell notification if you want to be notified of new videos. Subscribe, please, if you like what you see. I think it's keep creating.